What's going on, everybody? What's up? What's up? Yoshman, what up? How you doing? Happy Sunday, y'all. Ben Kenobi. Oh yeah, we're gonna get a kitty today. You guys will not believe yesterday. So last night, I hard grinded the Royal Gardens, just like I did on stream yesterday. But I hard grinded it for hours. I did 120. Sadly, I counted them. What up, Challenger? Sadly, I counted them. I did 120 Royal Gardens mix modes yesterday. I didn't see a single Supreme Bomber. Not one. I did get a couple of Supreme Giraffes, and I got a Supreme Fairy. The Fairy is kind of poo-tier, though, to be honest. I got several Supreme Giraffes now, but that's, you know, even that is a super low roll for a giraffe. I must have sold the Fairy already. I'm not seeing it. This obviously isn't the one. It didn't, it rolled without attack, so it had vitality and ability, which, in my opinion, kind of made it a deal breaker, you know? So anyway, gonna grind it out in the Alk Labs today. I'm trying to get a prop cat. We'll move on to the other pets here eventually, but I'd like to at least get one Supreme prop cat. I do have pretty decent kitties now. I've got quite a few that are 400 plus. Where's one at? That's probably a giraffe. Yeah. Yeah, like 406. Like, I've got a bunch that are right around in this range. But have yet to see any super shiny kitty cats. So, hoping we get one. So anyway, just going to be chillaxing it out in Alk Labs today. So, feel free to ask any questions if you might have any about any games. Feel free to join me, of course. We're going to be doing Dune Eater difficulty here in Alk Labs for a few hours, and hopefully have a little luck. We'll find out. Just going to be doing the Harpoon spam builds for the most part. So go with just an ensnare, an electric. On the backside, I usually like to throw an explosive trap too. We'll get a... What was I doing? I was doing Siren and 2 spiders, which I don't think is really necessary, but whatever. Whatever. The Harpoons just wreck this map so hard that, like any build you do, you can pretty much do Harpoons plus anything else. Assuming you get a little crowd control in there, of course. Yeah, and then we got the 2 leftovers. I don't even know what to do with the leftovers, so you know what? Here, I'll just waste it. We'll put a 5 DU buff beam right there just to use up the DU. I've only got 1 hero that I'm leveling now. But, you know, free XP is free XP, you know what I'm saying? So gotta take the XP. Don't want to just leave it hanging. I should throw another character in, Zach. I think I'm using everybody else though, right? Gonna use the Squire, we're using EV. I mean, I guess the Summoner is pretty optional, but in fact, I think we can just boost it out on the Summoner through the waves, and I'll switch to Squire for the boss wave. Well, now it's not what it used to be. It's much quicker now, but I mean, 70 resets is a lot, you know? There's some resets that'll only be 2 maps. There's other resets that'll be a bunch of maps. So it'll take you a little while. New player for getting through the campaign? Anything plus the EV. Like, I would probably bring... I mean, the Warden's really strong early game, too. I've yet to test the Guardian early game. But I would probably include a Warden and an EV in the deck. A Monk is going to be nice for the Ensnare Aura. A Summoner will be nice for, like, the, for the Spiders. But I think like, if you have just a Warden, an EV, plus anything else in your deck, you're going to have a real easy time going through the early game. A lot more people are using shrooms now, Aramir. I've seen several people talk about using shrooms with the new rune. I've yet to try it out. But wondering if they're worth a look these days. Can't imagine they would be, right? But, you know, if it works, it works. I'm just unsure of how effective that Enrage will be. I've got it set to only collect Supremes, but I personally, you know, I've got all the accessories I need. So I've got my loot filter, I got my accessory and pets all in the same filter now. And I've just got them set to collect Supremes only. I don't need any more non-Supreme pets, but I've already put a bunch of farming in, you know? So I've got decent godly versions of pretty much all the pets. Yep, Overdrive's the rough one. I don't have them set at a minimum upgrade level. I figure if it's a Supreme accessory, it's worth looking at, in my opinion. So I've got it just blanket set Supremes. That's it. I mean, Supreme accessories are going to be super, super rare. Like, you might only see one a day. You know? Well, the thing with the Siren is 6 of 8 is fine. I mean, the Siren rune, it actually is debatable that you would even want the 8 of 8. I mean, eventually you will, of course, because we're going to be able to change the rune level. But the 8 of 8 rune is very, very big. Like, a lot of maps, it's too big. It doesn't really fit well. I mean, just look at the area on it. It's enormous. Well, that's the thing. I mean, as long as it's not like 1 of 8 or whatever, it's pretty lazy. Slap it down and go, you know? I mean, you're going to have no real benefit with an 8 out of 8 over your 6 out of 8. Well, that's the thing, is you build it and then you can move them. I mean, you can't always place it as close to the crystal as you want. But you gotta, the best thing to do on the summoner is get used to building in Overlord mode. And then just build it wherever and then move it into place. And then you can get it right up on top of there. Because you can get them real close then, you know? Like right on top of stuff. And then some maps, like Foundries and Forges, where I throw that Siren at, you can't even get a Siren. You can't build a Siren there. So you have to place it and move it, you know? I've used the move minion ability more since the Siren rune. Now, I did use it in DD1 all the time, but I used it more since the Siren rune than I ever have playing through the game. Like in DD1, I never, ever... Currently, I just will not ever build any minion not being in Overlord mode, you know? I'm just always going to be in Overlord mode. In DD1, it was even better. You can't get stuff quite as close together as you could in DD1. Like, the footprint of the minions is just a little bigger. Overlord mode gives you the top-down view, which makes it very easy to move minions around, and you're also invincible while you're in Overlord mode, so that's like, if you're gonna, like, AFK boost farm a map, you do it in Overlord mode. So invincible also means zero aggro, so Sirens won't throw at you, Dark Elf Warriors won't run at you. Stop playing DD1 when Summoner came out? Oh, man. That's fair. That's fair. Well, I mean, DD1, the challenge was... you know, it was a race to the loot. I'm so glad that the other Dungeon Defenders games have instanced loot. You want to encourage players to never play with other people, make it so the loot is shared and it's a race to get there. You know? I mean, why on earth would you play with anybody else? You're instantly risking the loot. I'll never forget those days, being the slow guy to get to that ultimate plus on the ground. I need to, speaking of new games that came out though, Everspace 2 is launched now. I've got to get in and check that game out. Tomorrow I got to do real life day. The lawn is beckoning. This will be the first lawn mowing of the year. Oh, if there was only a way to skip the boss countdown timer. Nice being able to stand in the fire, you know? All right, first run of the day. What do we got? Nothing. Boo. Not one little supreme wisp out of the entire chest. No love at all. What are you gonna do? Oh, for sure. I mean, I play DD1 every now and then in a group, but 99.9% of the time I ever play DD1 nowadays, I'm playing by myself with an emulator. The Squire is not the best DPS, but it's very good DPS. Practically invincible as long as your buff stays up. If you lose your buff, you're going to be in trouble, but besides that, I mean, while your buff is up, you're pretty much going to be invincible. Addicted to empowering shrines now? That's fair. Pretty good. So like in this situation, I'll go take my 2 boosting gemstones on top of this aura stack, go into Overlord mode, and then I'll buff over here. So as the map's running, I'll buff the harpoons and still hitting all 4 auras. It's both aura stacks, because remember, you don't have to be buffing right over the nodes. You just have to buff in range of the aura itself. So like, I'm hitting these auras by flash buffing right here. So like in this situation, we're basically buffing everything on the map. There's no story in Dungeon Defenders Awakened Diablo. Lore was abandoned super early in the life of Dungeon Defenders 2. There won't be anything like that added in. They took the lore guy and moved him to a different department, and then eventually fired him. So I mean, there's just no lore. I mean, I don't feel good about saying that, but that's the truth. Like, if you look at all of the lore videos all condensed into one for all the games together, it's like 28 minutes. I got one on my channel. It's like 28 minutes total of lore, and like 23 of the 28 minutes is all from DD1. Many years ago. There hasn't been a writer there to write lore in, I mean, I don't even know how many years. The guy that was there to write the lore, like I said, he got pulled out of that and moved to a different department. So there's not been a dedicated writer like for writing lore, as far as I know, for like about 8 years, 7 or 8 years. So long before Chromatic, into the trendy era. Lots of people cheese the boss. I just don't feel the need to. The boss is like a easy clap on a squire, so I just burn him on the squire. But yeah, you can cheese the Lycan King just by running out of range. I think the record to shoot for on that one is like 7 minutes. No panic. 7 or 8 minutes. Yeah, but those weren't cutscenes. They were just boss intros. They weren't like actual anything story related. It was just a boss intro cinematic. Harpoons right now wreck every map in the game. If you're struggling with any map, try the Poons. They're so beast. Crazy, crazy good. Sludge launchers are crazy good. The PDS is crazy good. Your very first time, Frederick, just use lots of crowd control and get ready for the struggle. That is probably the hardest first time map to clear in the entire game. It's definitely a difficult map to break into. Oh yeah, power doesn't mean anything if you can't shoot them there, crew hails. If you can't hit them over there, it don't matter how high your power is. The harpoons are probably set on air right now. The YouTube videos did, Diablo. There ain't no lore in the game, dude. I know you're reaching and you're really hoping. I want there to be lore. It's just not existent. Come on, man. A YouTube intro video is not lore. What's up, Nobera? What up? As far as general use, though, Hana, air works in a lot of cases really, really well. So, like, as far as just general use, I just leave my stuff set to air. Oh, I've redone the campaign so many times, it's disgusting. I'm about to do it again with a Guardian-only challenge, probably. I know what's there. I know exactly what's there. In fact, well, I can't say anything, but I know exactly what's there, and it's not lore. It's a joke. We got a rune and some miner gloves, so those miner gloves might be shiny. Might be shiny. The person that works there that handles the video for that kind of stuff is really, really good. It's not taking advantage of her talents. You know, obviously, if you got access to the code and the editor, you can make some pretty cool videos. But I can't remember her name. But the gal that does that stuff is really, really talented for them. You and your wife both put story all over the survey? That's fair. It ain't gonna happen, but it's fair. The story is long lost now, Diablo. Long lost. They could actually recover it. They could bust out Homie in the Sky on the summit like it was originally intended and have a closing to the story of why the heroes went back in time. It's possible. They could still save it. It's just at this stage in the game, like, Phil is busted his ass to try to fix the game, you know? Like, bring it out of the gutter. Yeah, I mean, Warcraft, Diablo, all the Blizzard games. Gotta sell them books, too. Gotta sell them books. Oh, no, I stayed on a summoner the whole time. Shit. Alright, well, you guys are in charge of boss killing. We got, T-Gob knows how to tank that bad boy. I got no damaging pets. I was just blathering away and forgot to swap. Oops. Derp count 1. There will be many more derps today, y'all. But that was the first. The first of the derp to come. Well, I mean, if you got a group that knows not to run him back on top of the defenses, it's going to be good. These guys know what they're doing. Basically, when he goes up in the air, don't chase him. If you just stay where you're at, he's going to come back to you. You know, if you chase him, like you saw Tig there, he didn't move. So when the boss flew up in the air, if he would have jumped back here and went after him, like so many people do, then the build gets destroyed and it fails. But if you just sit there and just let him do his thing and come right back to you, then it's all good. Let's see, we want Squire loot today, right? We got 2 runes on that run. Got a prop cap, but it's trash. Not the accessory I'm looking for. Nothing good, really. Boo. I sell the defenses because it makes it less irritating for people that are... It's nice to see the loot on the ground. I'm a DD1 player at heart, so I like to see the loot on the ground. And when you got a bunch of auras and stuff all stacked everywhere, it makes your view kind of shitty. There's nothing more glorious than seeing a badass piece of loot sitting on the ground waiting for you to yoink, you know? So it's kind of a courtesy to the other players, so they can get the glory of seeing their shinies on the ground. Completely unnecessary, obviously, but... And since I insist on building everything right here where all the loot chests are... The shops in DD2? Not that I've heard anything. Shops are all players. There's none of them. They didn't get closed down. Oh, they were shut down yesterday because of a dupe exploit. There you go. Exploiters are exploiting. Imagine that. DD2 got serious cheaters, y'all. The second some kind of exploit comes available, it gets widely spammed. I think all that's possible, but I don't think that's the goal, Lilith. DD1 was wildly successful. It's far more successful than DD2, DDA, or any other Dungeon Defenders game has been, and part of it was because it was like a new thing, you know? Well, sorry there, Diablo. Since your name is Diablo Blade anyway, just watch the teaser trailer for Diablo 4, because they did such an epic job with it, and get excited about that instead. You got it in your name, man. You can't not do it. I still rewatch that thing like once a week. It gives me goosebumps. They did such an incredible job with that. Nice, no panic. Congrats. I think that one gets mentioned often enough, Nomir. I bet it will. I'm keeping god rolls, but I'm not keeping non-god rolls. If they don't, remember, just because it's supreme, it doesn't mean anything. Just like before, just because it was godly, it didn't mean anything. If it doesn't have the proper stats and passives, then it's right to the trash can. The WoW Shadow Glance, you know I didn't, Tiny. I've been out of the loop with WoW. I gotta get back into PoE. My poor little, this is my first time doing, I'm a big fan of RF every league, but I've always done a Juggernaut. This is my first league doing an Inquisitor. I got him up to T16 maps, and then all these Dungeon Defenders updates started hitting, so he's just sitting there, waiting for loving. Then we got the... Man, the runes are just popping off like crazy. There's another one. That's 3 runes, and 3 godly runes and 2 maps. I want to try to get a lazy spin-to-win character put together in PoE for the remainder of the league. Maybe I'll stream leveling one up. I got the easy leveling experience now getting through the campaign because I got, you know, I've already got 1 all the way through to tier 16 for currency and whatnot. Inquisitor definitely is, it seems a lot easier to get the damage stacking. Like Juggernaut, you really, I mean, you become an invincible tank. And you're definitely squishier on Inquisitor, but as far as getting decent, like, not necessarily uber level, but like pinnacle boss fights going, it seems Inquisitor is so much easier to get to that position. Where, I mean, the Jug, the benefit is you just don't die. So you just, it takes you 6 years to kill anything. I think, like, last league, I put more work into my Jug than I ever have. And I think I was only up to about 8 million DPS. With Fire Trap and RF taken into consideration. Well, getting more elemental penetration, but just more damage as well. I do the league mechanic this league I don't feel like is very good for RF, so I want to play a character that the mechanic is going to be better for, but I don't want to play one of the super metas that everybody's using because I want to do it casual mode. And, you know, I've already got an RF that can farm currency. So I'm gonna do softcore trade league just to have a little fun. I liked last league better, personally. Oh my god, there's another godly rune? Are you kidding me? That's 4 godly runes and 2 maps. Holy shit, man. I got a whole lot of duplicates now. I've been saving them, but I should start giving stuff away. I mean, I got so many duplicates now that I had to start storing them on my wife's account. That's crazy, though. 4 and 2 maps. Yeah, but the benefit on Xbox Diablo, Xbox Diablo. I'm talking to Diablo, but talking about Path of Exile. See, I'm just confusing myself right out of the gates. But the benefit that Xbox has is it's just, And you guys know I'm a keyboard and mouse player, and I'm a keyboard and mouse player that plays a lot of ARPGs and always insists on mouse movement. But let me tell you, man, Diablo 3 and Path of Exile feel so good on consoles. The game runs so good. The movement and everything feels so nice with a controller. You know? But I didn't realize the economies were that far off. That's crazy, man. Sounds like SSF is the way to play on consoles then. Everything's that expensive. I played a lot of Diablo 3 on the Xbox. My wife decided she wanted to play a little Diablo 3, and she never wants to play games with me. So I stopped playing on PC for a long while. And played Diablo 3 on Xbox, and I was amazed at how good it played. It felt so good. Well, I mean, that's just because that's what you're used to. Like, for me, it takes a little getting used to with most games. Because I've always used keyboard and mouse. In, I mean, the last 20 years, you know? I mean, obviously, way back when I started on a console, everybody did, right? But, I mean, I'm so used to keyboard and mouse now, and I'm so used to mouse movement in ARPGs that it's very difficult for me to, switch back and forth, but controller does feel really good. And like I said, the Diablo 3 time I had on the Xbox was very enjoyable. Oh, wow. That's crazy, man. Just no traders? Or what? Why? I don't understand. No traders? Too many splody boys? What's the deal? Is it a player base issue? Like there's not enough players, or... That's crazy, though. Alright, there's something supreme back there. But it's not what I want it to be, I have a feeling. Nope. No attack. Instant deal breaker. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. That's crazy, though, that it's that much of a difference. I think I would just play solo Self-Found, then. Personally. No, it doesn't affect loot quality. It affects the amount of loot you get, just because there's more enemies. But it doesn't affect the quality of loot you get. So, I mean, in a way, it inadvertently does, because although you don't have a higher quality loot, you got more chances at higher quality loot. So your odds of getting higher quality loot go up, just because there's more loot on the ground. But, on the same note, the maps generally take longer. So, although you do get a little bit more loot, it takes the maps longer to run. So as far as like loot per hour, you'd have to look at that and see. I play in a group the majority of the time. The only time I don't play in a group really is if I'm playing with my wife. She don't want to talk to y'all. She ain't having it. What's up, Braves? Well, I mean, are you doing mixed mode? That's crazy, dude. Because, I mean, you don't even want to know how many godly runes I've got. I mean, I don't even know. Get shards. DD2 has no real difficulty. The base game is just all about the monetization shop, so everything is about shards. Get shards, win game. That's DD2 in a nutshell until you get to Chaos 9. It's the most casual, least strategic of all the Dungeon Defenders games. And you can't really lose because you just replay from wave, you know? My wife's account, just to give you guys an idea, is my Rune storage account now because she doesn't play. I got like 11 pages of godly runes, y'all. 11 pages. I'm not exaggerating at all. Crazy. Crazy. Maybe I am exaggerating. Maybe it's only like 8 pages, but it's a whole lot of pages, I can tell you. Runes are tied to loot difficulty, or the loot multiplier, so you would always want to do mix mode unless you just want to AFK and chill. Never, ever, ever do campaign for anything. Once you've cleared it, you're done with it. Never do it again. Oh, I hear you, Aircath. That's the story of my life right there. But basically, mixed mode for loot, which also means mixed mode is the best for runes. Survival for chill. So, like, there's nothing... Everybody wants to chill every now and then. I've been rewatching Game of Thrones, which means a whole lot of survival chill time. And that's what I use to basically level my heroes up to 110. I'm on Season 7 now. And I just started rewatching Game of Thrones when the update hit. I'm at Season 7 already, just to give you an idea. That's how many hours I've spent in survival. So it's all about what you want to do. Well, I mean, you're going to want to do mixed mode anyway for the loot, because the loot is so much better. If you can do survival, you can do mixed mode. The only difference is you might have to pay attention a little bit more because the lanes do change, the mobs that come. So you might have to pay a little bit closer attention, but if you can do survival, you can do mixed mode. Nah, this is 100% not the final content update to DDA. They've got two other maps they're working on right now. I mean, none of the games have had their final content update. There will still be updates for DD1. There will still be updates for DD2. Foundries and Forges is extremely easy to sit there for a couple of hundred waves, is why people like to farm it. It's not that it's a good map to farm, it's that it's a super easy map to farm, and it does offer pretty decent XP. Well, I mean, it's a small team, so it doesn't cost a whole lot. You know, figure there's a few people working on each game. It's not like it costs $1 million, you know, to do an update. It's when you're paying 200, 300 developers that updates are expensive. Yeah, I mean, for loot, you don't want to farm that. A lot of people suggest that. And I can tell you, as someone who has spent several hundred hours in Foundries and Forges, it's not the place to go farm loot. Yeah, as far as finding fusion armor, you 100% want to target farm it. you got to do flamethrowers, crew heals. If you do the heat cannons, then all those mobs just burn away. The heat cannons are going to target the other enemies in the lane, and it hits all those mobs that are stuck under the portals too. So heat cannons for the win. It surprises people when you tell them. I mean, I don't know why. There's tons of developers that are working on multiple games at the same time. I mean, almost every one. Literally, almost every developer out there. What's my favorite tower? Man, that is so hard. I mean, from the DD1 days, I really like harpoons. That's one of the reasons why I'm always spamming harpoons. But I don't know if that's my favorite. I don't know, man. That's a really hard question to answer. And now we got those owls, which I think are super cool. I mean, you got harpoons, which I love. You got auras, which I love. You got DSTs, which I love. Such a hard question. Oh, 4 of the same franchise at a time? Well, DD going rogue is on the back burner, so it's basically 3. Still the same. Thanks for following there, Doom Skittles. Well, I mean, look at, you know, Borderlands, or, I mean, there's tons. Borderlands is probably a bad example because they got a big budget. Doom Skittles with the sub as well. Thank you so much. No, they hit every target in their lane once. The deal with the owls is they won't hit a target twice without returning to their nest, but they will hit every enemy in the lane one time. So it goes enemy to enemy to enemy to enemy to enemy before it returns back to the nest. Thanks there, Doom. I do appreciate it. The owls are really, really good. That and thematically they're cool too. Probably not, Aircath. I don't know. Is it affecting pets? I haven't tested that. When we go out to Tavern here, we'll do this one and then probably one more run, and then I'll make a new group. Give anybody else the opportunity to jump in. I'll check it in Tavern. I don't think it does affect pets, but I'm not positive there. Oh, it does affect pets. All right, there you go. So yeah, it would affect your pets. Come get wrecked and give me your kitty. Now imagine if you were using presents, if the bombers were doing good. Because the bombers ain't crap compared to the penguin, you know? The bombers are just real easy to use. Oh, it's an entirely different experience now, UJ. It's well worth doing. If you haven't played DD1 on the current PC version, you have missed a wonderful, wonderful experience. Oof. I'm up in his belly button. I can't get out of his belly button. Alright, come on now, loots. Let's see, no Supreme Wisps. What the hell, man? Game hates me except for runes. So I had gotten Boom Boom Boom, Entangling, and 2 Toxicity Overloads. These I'm going to sell because I've got like 4 million of those now. And that's just irritating. Let's do one more here. Come get wrecked and give me your kitty. That's right. Well, it's 10%, so 494 plus or times 110%. So what is that? That will be the number. Phil came out and said it was a 10% loot quality increase. Potential. Well, it wouldn't be 550. It would be just short of that, I think. 494 times 1.1. Somebody bust out your calculator. 539. There you go. I thought it was 540 something. I guess not. Shoot, I screwed up on my buff beam placement. That's alright. I'm sure it'll still be fine. I don't know what they're going to do with armor. 543.3. So it would be 543. So what? I thought it was 540 something. Yeah, 494 times 1.1. Somebody did bad math there. You did bad math there, Tagob. Oh, it's all good. Oh, you used 490. That's fair. I could tell you I don't have any 543 pieces. But, I mean, once again, it comes down around, like, we're all, like, real excited about getting Supreme gear now. But it doesn't matter that the gear is Supreme. What matters is, does it have the right rolls? Having a godly piece with the correct stats and 2 good passives is far better than having a Supreme piece without their correct stats and without good passives, you know? I don't think I've seen anything in survival over that either. Well, it doesn't. If it doesn't have the right passives on it, then it's a hunk of shit. Is the thing. And the majority of the Supremes you find are not going to have the right passives. Having 3 is meaningless if they're not good, you know? You get, you know, percent damage on upgrade, percent defense or armor on repair. You start getting those in there, you got a hunk of shit piece that you need to throw in the trash. It's a big piece of duty. Well, right, but that's not what I'm saying. I mean, obviously, out of the probably 1,000 Supreme pieces I've found so far, I've only found 2 that have the correct 3 passives, just to give you an idea. So, once again, statement stays true. It doesn't matter if it's a Supreme piece, unless what matters is that it has the right rolls. Exactly. A Godly with correct stats and passives is better than a Supreme without. All there is to it. But most of the stuff you find is just going to be junk. That's one of the things. If you all haven't voted in that poll, man, we got an opportunity to greatly, greatly change how the RNG works in Dungeon Defenders Awaken. And all people have to do is go vote in that survey. I'm not telling you what to vote, but if you read through that survey, yeah, I think it's going to be real obvious what the right choice is. No pressure or anything. I mean, that's the right choice, Dr. Payne. So there's just... Like I said, I'm just gonna shut up because I don't want to tell people. I don't want to get blamed for influencing people's decisions on the survey. But to me, it seems pretty damn obvious what the right choice is. There, minor nudge, no real influence. If you look at that YouTube video, can you link it, Aramir, if you got a second? Or are you busy? On YouTube chat? Oh, there we go. IHOPS linked it on Twitch. Can you link it on YouTube too, IHOPS? I'll pin it. Or I'll just copy paste it and then pin it. Let's see. That's the survey right there. Here, I'll pin IHOPS since he went out of his way to come over here and put it on. Thanks, IHOPS. Appreciate it, man. And like I said, don't let me influence your decision. But it's pretty goddamn obvious what the right choice is. You got 2 Supreme Little Bombers? Nice. I did 120 runs last night. Sadly, I was counting them. But yeah, including what I did on stream yesterday. Yesterday in total I did 120 Royal Gardens runs, and I didn't see one. Squire's Barricades are beast. And the rune for him is quite powerful. I do think that the Apprentice's rune is better. Because it's an AoE damage. You saw one and it's a piece of junk there, Aramir. Well, I mean, especially doing it there. The problem is you got a survival version, which you're going to want to replace with a mixed mode version anyway. Is the negative side there. Any pet you get on survival is like a filler pet. It's going to be not as good as what you're going to get on mixed mode. It'll get you through. Oh no! I done got spootered right up in the middle of everybody. That did not work out. That's the Squire's kryptonite, is those damn spiders. Clicked everything, Diablo, except the barb. I didn't click the barb. I'm sick of barbs. Well, I mean, that 409 upgrade one, that's a Lycan King quality one there. The 411 one is slightly into Dune Eater difficulty. Yeah, but I clicked all with those. What heroes would you like to see? I clicked all of them except the barb. So sick of barbs. Well, it's a 10% item and power increase, which, yeah, it gives you more. The thing is the stat cap is not known because it's not like an even thing. The Jester was like the DPS hero of choice for all the wrong reasons. It had a lot of broken OP features for just running waves. It won't return in that form. What would be my top 2? I don't know. I really like the Mystic. I'd like to say Gunwitch, but if they did Gunwitch, I'd want her to have towers. I don't want any more DPS-only heroes. I mean, I know we'll get them. But DPS-only heroes are bleh. It's a tower defense game, for God's sakes. If I want a DPS, I'll go play Warframe. For me personally. I mean, obviously, some people like the action element of the game. I personally am just more into the tower defense. The Lavamancer had some cool defenses. The Lavamancer was mind-numbingly dull to play active, but definitely had some cool defenses. I'm up in his belly button again. You want him for the volcano mostly? That's pretty fair. The volcano is incredibly cool. Oh, was that a purple? No. I thought I saw a little purple wisp shooting up. But does not look like it. Nothing but junk. We got a trash cat. That cat's not fit for the gutter. Let me save that one. I might be able to play around with that on the rogue. Alright, so I'm going to pop out. Oops. Sorry, y'all. The teaser. I'm going to pop out. Feel free to rejoin, though. I just want to give anybody else an opportunity that might want to jump in. Stability, though. I don't really want the stability. Yeah, screw that piece. Just trash that one, too. I don't want that rune. I'll keep these, as I don't see them as often. So close, yet so far away, huh? You want a Supreme Tome? You should find those easy. I've seen more offhands than any other thing. I think it's just the way the internal item power rolls on them or whatever. But yeah, I've seen a bunch of books. What did we want to check in Tavern? I can't remember. Oh, I wanted to check the damage, DPS of, with the... Here, we can just test it with, well, we can test it with anything. Let's see. So this is doing 3.9 mil a pop. We put down an empowering shrine. Yep. Oh, wow. It looks like it does big numbers on the summoner. That's a huge boost. 3.9 to 8.4? That's more than double. Something seems a little suspect there, y'all. That's without even boosting. This is an unupgraded pet, y'all. That's a tier 1. That's a level 1 pet. Holy shit. Not bad, not bad. That's the camel from the bazaar. Camel the camel. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. But compare that to a lower quality version Little Bomber. We're gonna have to run out and back in. And the Little Bomber's just gonna win because of just the number of projectiles. And it's an explosion. It's not single target. But take that one step further. Let's get rid of the Little Bomber and let's go with Mr. Penguin. Instead, this one's even a trash roll one. This one's not upgraded. Something's not right there. It's supposed to be doing way more than that. Let me see if swapping heroes fixes it. Yeah, swapping heroes fixed it. Or did it? Something seems off there. Why was it doing... Come on, shoot at this one. What the hell, man? Okay, now it's doing 805. Something weird going on with it. Let me try a different one. Let's go over here, out of the boost again. I mean, it could be. But you'd think it wouldn't work with the Little Bomber either, you know? Which one was it? It was that one? Yeah, it was that one. Let's try this one instead. Oops. See, it was hitting up there for 1.7 million. Unboosted. It's a little better. And that's one pet, y'all. One pet. You get two of those. The bird is a dot, so the damage output is just not going to be as much. But it's going to last longer. The problem with the bomber is you got to get used to that weird aim, you know? That high arc, or not the bomber, the penguin, where the bomber is like idiot proof. So although it's considerably less damage, it's just, it's got homing rockets. I mean, what more could you want, right? And that's what just makes the bomber so good. What were we talking about? The bird. I got a good bird too. Not supreme quality, but he's a pretty decent bird. The range on the bird is really good too. So, I mean, the damage isn't the same, but you see the dots stacking up. It's because all those tornadoes being left behind. You know, they last for several seconds. Thanks for following there, Jordan. So it allows it to stack up, you know? But I will say, I mean, I don't know, and I'm obviously not the engineer, but I think there's something going on with these when you use two of them. I've had a bunch of crashes anytime I try to use two in a map. So, I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine here in Tavern. It takes a while to ramp up because the tornadoes have to stack up. I think that's what it is. Well, that and it leaves a lot of visual artifacts. Like there will be rando tornado parts chilling. Thanks for following there, Mr. Skill. The birds, I think, are super cool. But like I said, I don't know, and it might be something completely unrelated. But I personally have had crash issues when using birds. And in fact, I'll go as far as to say this. Every time I've crashed since the game has been updated, which has been several times, where it used to never crash before, every time I've crashed, either I've been using the birds or someone in my group has been using the birds. Well, I think on console, the graphics are probably dialed down, and that's what does it, maybe. Anyway, we're not getting any loot sitting here. So let's get into loot. Get into the loot. Just picked up DDA. Very nice. It's a fun game, Mr. Skill. You'll enjoy it. Let's get it. Like I mentioned, y'all feel free to rejoin. I just wanted to make sure anybody else that wanted to had a chance to pop in. One of us is going to get a badass kitty cat today. That's just going to happen. Which one of us is yet to be determined, but one of us is going to get one. For show. DD1 is a pretty legendary game. You'll see that a lot of things don't quite live up to DD1, but it is a fun game. It's enjoyable, you know? The dollar store version of Aramir. I'm not sure if Aramir's got one yet. I don't think he's grinded it yet. He's been on the hard grind for a shoddy from the summit, I think, lately. Which, I mean, I need to get on that grind myself. I found... What, that's all I found. I found giraffes. I got the one fairy. Oh, I found a demon lord too. A supreme demon lord. I mean, I just sold that. I wasn't even interested in letting it hold up an inventory spot. It was actually a good roll. But a good rolled, or even a perfect rolled demon lord is just not as good as so many other pets. You figure you get the transmog anyway. So if you like the look of it, you can just use the transmog. You think I'm not boosting the Auras? I'm boosting the Auras. Let's see. See if we can get one targeted. Hell, I'm even boosting that explosive trap there. I'm not going to be able to look, are we? Let's see. We can look at the trap. 949.1. And then if I boost... 1.43. So yeah, I'm definitely boosting the stuff. I mean, you see the little heal symbol coming up off of them. You see the little green plus signs over there? Oh no, the pets aren't. Oh, the pets should be. Well, you see that, how big that explosive trap was. It was definitely boosting that. It may have picked up on something else, though. I didn't look. I mean, it's definitely boosting them now, since I moved. It may have been, like, locked onto a spider or something from when I ran across. I'll probably get in and grind more Royal Gardens tonight, but I did so many runs yesterday. It got real mind-numbing. And to really top it all off, I had my wife load the game up on her laptop, so even though I did 120 maps... I had the loot potential of 240 maps, and I didn't get a Supreme Bomber at all. Ew. Well, it's just, you know, there's one game out of all of the looter games I play. There's only one game out of all of them that's ever nice to me, and that's Path of Exile. I can go right now and play Path of Exile for a couple hours and just farm like unjuiced maps with nothing added in, and I'm gonna find a divine. At least one. In an ungodly amount of Chaos Orbs. Path of Exile is so nice to me. And every other looter game I play is just awful to me. Well, yeah, but I mean, the thing is why spend the time unless you just want to AFK? Like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. If you're wanting a chill experience, then have a chill experience. But if you're going to put the time in to get the item, put the time in to get the better item. It's just, it makes perfect sense, you know? If you're wanting to Netflix and chill, then hell yeah, Netflix and chill. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. But your chances to get quality stuff are better in mixed mode. And the potential is higher. So... yeah, I mean, any character can really solo, I guess. Assuming you throw... I mean, why would you play one character? But yeah, I mean, you could build all summoner defenses and beat other maps. You're going to have to put other stuff in with it. But, I mean, that would make about the dullest experience ever. just playing with one character type. I mean, you got 6 hero slots, for God's sakes. You know, that's the benefit of playing this one. Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with liking the Summoner. The only place that you'll run into a challenge on the Summoner is doing the Lycan King fight. The entire rest of the maps are no problem. It's really good DPS too. Well, I'm looking for a supreme quality one, and I've got a whole bunch of them that are like 407 to 409 upgrades. So basically, I'm just looking for a stat stick. You know, you're going to be far past the boost cap, even with just a super low-end one in comparison. But you get that stat stick value. Play whoever you think is fun, as they're all real viable. Squire's a beast, Rogue's a beast, Huntress is a beast. Pet summoners are a beast. The only thing I would probably say, the EV is a beast. The only thing I would say probably you'd be better off going elsewhere is the Apprentice. The Apprentice has got an incredibly powerful tower boost, the best tower boost in the game. But that also means the Apprentice has no hero boost. Oh yeah, DPS monk's a thing. And that in every group is going to want a monk. I mean, I don't put out as much damage on my monk as I do my Squire, Huntress, or Rogue. But I still do 100 million plus DPS. The Guardian's kind of a straight tank. You can get, like, I was doing 200 million sustained DPS on the dummy yesterday when I was testing it. But it's more, the Guardian is more about the survivability and, like, the retribution. The Guardian gets smacked, it returns 10 times damage to its attacker. So if an enemy hits a Guardian for 1 million, it gets slapped back for 10 million. So it's got that retribution aspect to it, if you like playing that. I don't generally, I mean, I know I'm on a Squire right now, so I'm not, it's a very hypocritical statement, but generally speaking, I'm not a big melee guy. The spinning steel set and being able to spin my way around is the reason I play the Squire. If it didn't have this spinning steel set in the game, I would 100% not play it. Yeah, the Guardian's got the Thorns build. I haven't tried to DPS. I'll try a DPS on the Guardian next run here. I haven't really legitimately tried, you know? Well, I'm assuming the fire's not going to hit back 10 times. Like it did back in the old cheesy reflect build days. That's the other thing, is would it be actually worth using reflect passives? I can't imagine it would be. You would just be better off with the health regen and the mana regen, I think. Alright, let's see you, purple shinies. There's no purple shinies! What the deal, game? Where the loot's at, please? Oof. Yeah, we'll see. I'll probably get slapped. Tig will be invincible, though. With me Guardian boosting, standing next to him. I mean, he's pretty much invincible anyway. But he will be more invincible. Kind of crazy shit is this when I'm DPSing on a Squire and Joe is DPSing on a Huntress? Oh, see? He got disgusted and left. Show is Master Squire, y'all. He got disgusted with my squiring and left. Not really, but I'm gonna pretend. Need to take care of some things. That's fair. Man, I'm not looking forward to tomorrow, man. First big lawn day of the year. For those of you that know how sizes in North American terms work, we're on a 5-acre property, and 2 acres of it is full of hills and rocks. Which, well, probably not 2 acres of it, which makes it very difficult. It's not like a smooth back and forth mowing experience. It's a up and around and dodge all the shit mowing experience. If you're level 30, just pick up what the best thing you find on the ground, Brody. None of the good weapons, or none of the boss-specific weapons drop until Massacre mode. So when you're just playing through the game, just one thing, if you're comfortable enough playing, if you do a boss fight on Rifted difficulty, it will guarantee you a fusion weapon, which a fusion weapon is going to be kind of nice. You won't have to worry about any sort of elemental immunities or anything as you're playing through. You can play Rifted, but besides getting like that one weapon here or there, there's no real reason to play Rifted. If you want to play it, obviously it's there for you. But Rifted mode is all about putting together sets of fusion armor. And you don't really want to farm for armor sets and everything early game, because you're just going to instantly throw all that stuff away when you move up to another tier. So it's kind of a waste of time. It's because you're playing in offline mode the Mondays. If you play in online mode, it will save your progress there and won't make you start at wave 1. That's only if you're playing, like if I play in offline mode, which I never play in offline mode really, but like if I ever do, like Steam was down over the weekend, like all night, and I played offline mode. I had to go back to Tavern after every map. Rifted is a slightly harder difficulty, but the main thing is, like I said, Rifted mode is about the fusion element. So you'd want to, the whole point of doing it is to collect fusion gear, which is targeted drops there. Each map has a different fusion armor drop. But, like I said, early game like that, it's completely pointless to farm any armor sets. Just pick up what you have and keep moving along. Like at level 30, you should be... You will have completed the campaign, I'm assuming. Hop into just a regular old survival run. It's going to blast you to level 60, and you can jump right into Nightmare mode. I don't know why it doesn't save it in offline mode, but there's something... I mean, there's some reason it doesn't. I don't know what that reason is. Like, if I was you, Brody, what I would do is I would clear Ancient Mines Survival. If you want slightly better loot, do it with Hardcore. Always shows 0 games. That's weird. You are playing online, aren't you, Cerberus? It always shows games for me. Even when it's at a slump in between updates. And it's not server related. Maybe it's just a timing thing. Oh, I'm going Guardian too, Aramir. We're gonna do full Guardian slapping here. We're gonna Guardian it up. Like I said, I was doing 200 million on the dummy. Not that that's spectacular. But it's good enough, you know? This will be my first boss ever trying to use a Guardian on. Yeah, that's so weird there, Cerberus. I don't even know what I have on mine, Aramir. I'm assuming I probably have a giraffe. I've been using my rando heroes that I don't really play very often other than to build with to hold giraffes. I can throw a kitty on real quick. That 200 million I was doing was with a giraffe. Takes a little while for the browser to refresh. That's fair. Yeah, I'll grab a cat, Aramir. Watch, we'll find some crazy cat obsidian gemstone guardian hacks and we'll one-tap the demon lord here. You watch. You watch this demon lord die. I hope this isn't too much of a struggle. Watch, it'll be Aramir and I standing there slapping away doing nothing. We'll have to have Tig we'll have to burn, and purple, Tig and purple will have to burn it down. Aramir and I will be playing Slappy Girls. Dang it, I can't change to the fish transmog. Let's see. Let's grab Dizzy Guardiana. Is this the one? Yeah, it's the one. I got a set bonus. Let's grab a kitty cat. That one will work. That was a 3-statter, right? Yeah. Get ready to get slapped, baddos. Let me check this whole retribution thing out. Huh. Everything dying. I'm not taking any damage. It's not fusion damage. You see those white numbers going off. Oh no, buff down. Run away, run away. I wonder if an ogre slaps me. I need to get ogre slapped here. Where's another ogre at? There's one. It's gonna be dead. Yeah, he died too quick. It's a big boom. There's an ogre. Slap me! Slap me! Doesn't look like it did all that much damage to him. It didn't do shit. That rune sucks. The big boom boom worked, though. I'm not sold on that rune now. Because of damage reduction? Well, I mean, if you're going to make that rune, you got to make it based off of the top-end damage. Having it just tickle enemies doesn't do anything. You know? What if I face... yeah, 0 damage taken. Holy shit. Runes were definitely a very nice addition to the game. No doubt about that. Nah, runes was a specific to DDA item. It's kind of similar to the shard system in DD2, I guess, is the closest similarity to it. I wish the wind-up time on that boom, it's sitting for 438 million. 338, it looks like that time. 338. Maybe it was 338, not 438. It's got that wind-up time, though, you know? Alright, let's tear this guy up. I don't know. I have to try it. I think healing aura might be pretty beneficial there. It's a noticeable chunk when I hit my big boom boom. It's a very noticeable chunk of damage. That was not that bad, y'all. I mean, obviously we got Tig in there. Eating it up. But that was not that bad. Oh, there's a Supreme. Oh, what a tease. That's a good prop cat, though. Holy shit. No vitality. Oh my god. You sorry-ass game. How is that godly? How is that not a Supreme prop cat? Huh. You terrible, evil game. Giving me that kitty? What? Robbed, man. Straight robbed. 400 item power away. Big bummer. Oof. Oh, that's the cat you were talking about yesterday? That seemed pretty decent, y'all. That seemed pretty decent. Maybe I need to give that girl a little more love. Here, let's do this time. Oops. Oh, shit. God damn it. I screwed up, y'all. I don't know if I hit a I must have hit a macro. Doesn't look like it's running now, though. That's the weirdest thing. Yep, it is running. Alright, let me close Logitech real quick. Farewell, Logitech. I gotta start doing that before I start stream. We lost anyway. So sorry, y'all. My bad, my bad. I claim responsibility for that one. Oh shit, I never turned Twitch integration on today. What the hell? I'm a slack ass. I'm surprised nobody said anything. Here, let's do that real quick. Let you guys troll us a little. Gotta refresh the token. There we go. Now y'all control the shit out of us. That is Twitch integration only, y'all. So sadly, on YouTube, you won't get the vote. But if you're watching on Twitch, exclamation vote space and the number of the item you want to vote for. Once the options start popping. Yeah, it's all public. Anybody can join. Everybody's welcome. Get rid of that. Slap one of these down there. And I don't think we'll get a benefit on the buff beam, but it's right there, so we'll use it anyway. Alright, let's guardian it up a little. Go slapping fools. Ooh. Spider. The guardian suffers from Squire syndrome. I personally would do Endless Spires, but I like the map better, and I'm very comfortable grinding that one. Do whatever map you feel good about doing, to be honest. I just like Spires, plus I want an opportunity. You know, the Monkey King is such a hot item. I'd want the opportunity to farm Monkey Kings. I'm like, how did my tower get destroyed? And then I remembered the integration. What do we have built on this one? Or we've got that and that. So we can't really even throw something else down just for giggles. Here, we'll throw an obelisk down. Oop. Get obelisked, baddies. That obelisk ain't doing shit. This character is not really set up for tower damage. It's set up as the support. It's a waller. So that obelisk isn't doing much, but boy, it's got real thick health. Core under attack. What? What was that? Archer. Stray shot from the archer. What got swapped? Oh, the siren and the obelisk got swapped. Yeah, I'm not really sold on the Guardian. I guess if you like melee. I think her defenses are super cool. But as a DPS hero, I just feel like I like other ones more. Somebody type something in YouTube chat for me. I think I may have lost YouTube chat when I enabled the Twitch integration. Alright, let's see. Oh, there we go. Alright, so it's good. Thank you very much there, Tech Vision. Appreciate you. What else did we lose? Oh, we lost the siren. That's right. Blizzard and Lilith, thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm curious too if the kitty is going to be the way to go. We'll check it in Tavern on the dummy. Obviously, for group play, you want someone to have the cat for the team buff, you know? But as far as like solo DPSing, I'm not sure. I feel like that rune should be better. The retribution rune. I think that alone would make a huge difference. It doesn't improve loot quality, but there is more enemies. So there will be more overall loot dropping in a group, but it does not improve the quality of loot, no. One-shot heroes. Oh, no! Thank God that went on the boss wave, huh? Higher difficulty equals higher quality, Bruni. So they're still rare, but if you're doing Massacre, like the highest difficulty loot multiplier in the game is Massacre, Mixed Mode, Rifted, Dune Eater, bonus difficulty. If you're doing all of those things, then you're going to get godly runes. Yeah, retribution with 1 HP is no good. No good at all. Let's see. Let's see how good this buff is. What you got, biddies? Nope. 1 HP is 1 HP. That would be a big nope on that one. I don't even know what it was slapped me, but it didn't take much. Big oofs. Big oofs. Now I get to sit here and weep because I got slapped. We got any loot? Nope, no loot either. I got a pretty strict loot filter. I probably should redo it here next, but I can tell you it's super simple because every difficulty is exactly the same. So it's start off of the game on whatever difficulty you want. Always progress up to the next difficulty the second you get it unlocked. Like, don't hang out in lower difficulties and farm. It's just so much more rewarding just to move up as soon as you can. And then anytime you're breaking into a new difficulty, go right to Ancient Mines Survival. It's the easiest survival map in the game. So go right to Ancient Mines Survival, and then after you clear Ancient Mines Survival, you're going to have a decent base set of gear that's going to allow you just to blast the rest of the tier. And do that all the way to Massacre mode. As far as leveling up, like when you first finish the campaign the first time, to get Nightmare mode unlocked, you're going to have to level up to level 60. You want to just do a survival run. And once again, Ancient Mines is a real easy target. After that, to get Massacre unlocked, you're going to need to get to level 80, which is going to be a little bit more of a grind. So you'd want to do a higher difficulty map. You were able to beat the summit with Ancient Mines gear? Hell yeah. So it's basically the TLDR is always move up when you can. do Ancient Mind Survival at the start of every tier. That's basically progression in its entirety. You'll find yourself getting yourself into Massacre mode really, really quickly. And then that's kind of really where the game begins. That's where all the grind starts. That's where the different advanced difficulties start. Doing like the boss bonus difficulties, etc. When you get to Massacre, you're going to want to switch over to doing Rifted mix modes. And then as you get boss kills on Rifted mix mode, you're going to want to enable the boss difficulties, which increases the difficulty, but also increases the loot multiplier. Well, to do a full survival, it can take 2 hours for sure. But the thing is you never have to go back. So after you do one of them, like after you do the full run on one of them, then do like wave 20, wave 23 starts or whatever. Now we have endless mode, which makes it nicer. You can just let it run until you get to the level you want. And then the higher difficulty the map, meaning the further along in the campaign that you're on, like all insane mode maps, for example, are not the same. Deeper Well is going to be much, much easier than the Summit. Oof. Slapped. You just camping that one, Aramir? Huh. Everything's just dying. Is it hitting you and dying? Oh, they're timing out. They can't, that's so funny. Oh, Phil's gonna see that. The enemies couldn't make it out of the spawn, so they were just timing out and dying. That's so funny. What's going on there, Moose? How you doing? I mean, it's chunking off big numbers. Nothing again. Beastman. Sad, sad kitty. Missing attack. Dang, that would have been nice. But missing stats equals junk. Boo. Yeah, 110's the max level now. It depends on the map. There's some maps that run super, super quick with the level 100, and some take forever. Like, I think Glitterhelm is the fastest running one. It only took me like, I want to say like just barely over an hour. Super, super fast running map. And then the slowest one for me, I think, was the summit. But at the time, there was also issues on the summit with mobs getting stuck, and you had to wait for timeouts. But the summit took me like, I want to say like 5 hours. It was a grueling amount of time. Yeah, the temple was amazingly boring. It runs so slow. I didn't do the temple in one sitting. I couldn't get it done in one sitting. It was just too slow running, you know? I did to wave 65. And then came back and did like up to 80. And then said, screw it, and I got wave 96 unlocked from a friend. Because it's mind-numbingly dull. It takes so long, you know? Let's look at the difference between one Squire, 2 Guardians. Purple is boosting, so doing no damage to the boss. So let's see the difference: 1 Squire, 2 Guardians versus 2 Squires, 1 Guardian. See how much faster he burns. Trying to put together a reflect damage set, see if it's any good. Oh, nice. Got a fat aura upgrade. That's awesome, Aramir. I don't know if I necessarily have a favorite there, Noob Bro, but I can say that that bird, the one that you get from the temple, it does look incredibly cool. I think they did a really good job with it. I'm surprised that one doesn't override Overlord mode. No. No farming benefit at all in doing endless mode. It's all about the cosmetics, and then eventually there will be leaderboards. So all about cosmetics and leaderboards. Loot quality is not as good as mixed mode, so the benefit would be if you want to chill and watch a movie or something, you can just sit there and spam G and let it run, you know? What's going on, Shadow Shot? How you doing today, man? Well, at least you get the floor unlocks, or the wave unlocks, which is nice. So if you have an issue like that with your power going out or whatever, you can always go back and start on a... Like, you'll be able to go back and start at 46. Nice. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a chill night, that is for sure. Everybody's saying it's good. I have not dived in yet. I'm like a crackhead with this Dungeon Defender stuff. I need to hop on to Warframe and get the quest done and check that stuff out. But, I mean, there's a lot of Warframe players in my Discord server. There was one person that said they didn't like it. And literally everyone else is like, hell yeah, this is awesome. You got to check it out. You know? That about sums it up there, Shadow Shot. I think that's pretty fair, fair overview of the situation. Yeah, that's true. I mean, some players are just done with it, you know? I got a friend of mine that's like that is, if you ask him, he is like a PoE fanatic. In every league, he gets all excited about the league start. The league starts, he hates it. Every league that I can remember going back years. That's it, show. That is it. Yeah, it's so funny though. I'm not gonna call him out, but this friend of mine, super hyped, hates it. Every time. I need to just jump in and check it out. People said that the quest line, it only takes a couple of hours to knock out, to get started in the world stuff. Well, yeah, the quest, I think the quest is probably a bit meh. Yeah, Sanctum wasn't bad. I enjoyed Sanctum. Once I got that totem guy set up. It is, but it isn't, show. It's completely different. It's not like the old setup. It's not like going out into the plains or Fortuna or whatever. It's an entirely different setup. It's, I mean, I haven't played it, so I'm going by what other people say, but it's like entirely different ways to play, heavily operator focused. I mean, it's worth a look at a minimum, I'm sure. I mean, so many people have said good things about it. I think at a minimum it's worth a look. It's because you weren't focused on the right thing, show. The right thing to be focused on was the fishing. Plains of Eidolon had an awesome fishing experience. You got to be focused on the fishing. There's another Godly Rune. So that's Godly Rune number 5 today. In 2 hours and 10 minutes worth of mixed mode. Oh, there's no fishing? What? Uninstall. Game terrible. How on earth did they not add new fishing? They did the same thing in the last area. Fishing wasn't what it used to be. Make fishing great again, DE. WTF. Fortuna fishing was the shit, man. That was a gold mine, too, when it first launched. Get them little Meccano servo fish going. Those things were selling for crazy amounts. And people are so lazy with the fishing stuff. I did think that the whole the snowboarding bit in Fortune in Orbalis, shit, got trapped in the corner. I think that was very good. I spent a lot of hours, man, just cruising around out in Orbalis. Sinbad with the sub. Thank you so much. 3 years, man. Holy shit. Things are good. Now, as far as like the actual bosses and stuff in the plains versus Fortuna, I like the Eidolon killing more than the spider hunts. I think Eidolon killing was fun, challenging. You could jump right in and try it right away without going through the quest progression and all that stuff. The first time we had an Eidolon kill, it was me, Sophisticus, Mayretha, and I think maybe Insanity, and we had the original moat amps, the one you get for free just by doing the starter quest, and we got our first Eidolon kill with that. That was so awesome, man. It was such a challenge, and it felt like we overcame such a huge struggle. And then, of course, 6 months later, we're out there doing solo Tridolon kills, one-tapping limbs, you know? I didn't get that same feel from the spiders. In fact, I'll go as far as to say I think the spiders were kind of dull. Oh yeah, I'm one of them. I don't do it 4 times in a night because I usually don't like to grind it. The only time I grind missions over and over again in Warframe is if it's that what is it? The big boil out in the plains for the free forma. I can't remember what it's called. But I grind the crap out of that whenever it comes to get the free forma. Alright, so this is two squires, 1 guardian. Oh wow, there's a way to grind build formas now. Holy crap. How do you do that? Something in the new area I'll have to find, or... That's huge. Still no Supremes. Game hates me. Just hates me. We got a trash cat and then a steam robot. Boo. I probably should be looking at these brooches a little bit more. Oh wow, you can get 2 per hour? That's pretty good, really. I mean, when you think about it, it's, you know, you spend 2 or 3 hours grinding Forma. You got another 2 or 3 hours worth of play just from leveling up your characters in the Forma. So that's not terrible. Unless you're speed leveling the stuff, of course. I'll never forget the last time I did the whole boils in the plains. What the hell is that event called? Plague Star. There we go. Plague Star. The last time the Plague Star event was here, a lot of you guys might remember Blade from DD2. He's like Warframe grinder extraordinaire. Well, I had grinded out like, I want to say like 150 Forma or whatever. Ugh. I grinded out like 150 Forma. I was completely done with it. Wore out with the Forma grind. And he had just hit 1,000. 1,000 Forma. He grinded out. So crazy, man. That is some serious grinding right there. You pay for your Forma? I mean, I'm not going to lie and say I never have. I've paid for Forma myself. Oh, wow. It's been in the game for a while with the rare crates, but Golden Instinct from Helmuth can show you if there's something in a level. Huh. I'm going to have to check into that. I didn't know about that. I've got some farming to do in Warframe. I need to get back to it. Like, I don't even have, I've got the starter Incarnate weapon. I never got any of the other Incarnate weapons. It just, the Dungeon Defender's addiction strikes over and over and over again, you know? But I got plenty of stuff I could do in Warframe right now. I need to get in and check that update out. Maybe I'll force myself to do it tonight. Yeah. I want to get me a Fenmore, man. They sound beast. That's what I'm talking about. That and Wisp Prime it's anticipated Wisp will be up next, right? That's going to be a hot frame right there. That's all you're going to see for ages is Wisp Prime. No, you don't have to do hardcore. You just have to do whatever mode you're in. Like if you're trying to unlock survival, say survival Lycan King difficulty, then you got to kill the Lycan King on survival. Nothing else is required. And then mixed mode, you got to do it on mixed mode, of course. I saw that Bratton Prime build. Sophisticus posted up his last night. I'm excited to see what other weapons they get into the loot. I need to just do it. I need to quit talking about it and just do it. Maybe I'll do that tonight some. And then tomorrow, I'm not going to be streaming. I got lawn day, which is going to be grueling. Grueling, I tell you. I think I'm all good on the hero swap. You can swap me to any of them, I'll be alright. I think. Yep. Be okay to square it up. I'm gonna have to get the AC going here in the streaming room here pretty soon. Like yesterday was the first really hot, uncomfortably hot day of the year that we've had. Today is kind of rough too. It's getting real hot in here. Now my little streaming room it faces the southeast. So it just gets cooked through the early day. And doesn't really, I mean, it gets so hot in here, it doesn't even really cool off until late. But yeah, it is getting a little bit warm right now. A little warm. Oh wow, there's 50 Incarnate Genesis weapons? Holy shit. Are they like on a rotation or whatever with that new system? Like it's one a week or something like that? Like the Bratton was this week or something? Or how does that work? I need to just get in and do it. I gotta do it. You choose 2 of them from a pool of 5. Gotcha. Is the pool random or is it a set pool? It's a set pool, right? Every week? Man, I gotta look through this. Needs Incarnate Amprix ASAP. Yeah, I think it's a weekly rotation or something like that. In this first week, everybody took the Bratton. You're making me jealous there, Scars. I'm in desperate need of some right now. I think after this map, I'll take a quick coffee break here. I am in need of the caffeine. Have no sugar in yours? That's fine. I mean, I put sugar in mine. But, I mean, you take it without sugar, then nothing wrong with that. I need lots of sugar. Think you've made a horrible mistake? What's that show? Yup, see if the flat earth people were only right, Tig, we'd all be in the same time zone. The owls are beasts, their show. I've gotten owls on Dune Eater difficulty up to wave 300 or 300-ish on foundries and forges. They're mean as hell. I think that's what a lot of people chose. Just finished doing a survey. Nice there, Beard. 3 on each side of the core, all turtled out. Each one on their own buff beam. With Aura stacks and a siren bubble. I mean, it is. It's a real simple build. It just does great. Doing 4 on each side. Awesome. You know what? Maybe I did 4 too. Because they're only 3 DU. I think I did 4 as well. 4, 2 on a buff beam. So 2 different buff beams on each side. Yeah, I remember doing 4 now. Because I remember somebody asking me why I had so many buff beams. So yeah, 4 for sure. I haven't, but I haven't done a lot of keep farming yet. I've probably only run like 20 keep maps. And I haven't found one yet, no. Unfortunate. You got some crazy good guard gloves there, Aramir? Demon Lord on Demon Lord action. Oh yeah, Supremes are rare. And a good Supreme will be super rare. Like, I've only found like 2 or 3 good Supremes now. Where the Demon Lord gonna be? See, the Demon Lord is always gonna spawn on an enemy. So it's always gonna be at the spawner. You just don't know which one. Maybe. I'm not sure if it will let you join on the browser or not. Where he at? He over here. Let's go slap him. Demon Lord slap party. Come on down, dude. Take that. What's going on there, Eye in Disguise? How you doing? Take that, you dirty Demon Lord. Now we'll have 2 squires and a huntress. This Demon Lord is just gonna die so fast. Poor guy is screwed. Uh-oh, what's swapped? As long as it wasn't a siren again, we're good. Oh, there now. I don't know what it was. I can't see it. We got the R's there. Oh, the Poon and the... That's alright. That won't affect us. The Poon and the boost got swapped. Poon's still in the buff beam though, so... Alright, let's see how long this takes to kill this guy. 2 squires and a huntress. Imagine if we had a monk to boost us. But I still think this guy's gonna just get wrecked. Super quick. Can we get a full yellow bar? Yeah, we did. That's some good burn there. Well, there's a supreme something. It's offhand. Dang it. I saw that cat right there and I got all excited. Terrible cat. Boo. Big boos all the way around on that one. No good. All right, I'm going to pop out, actually. And I want to check that Guardian DPS, but it looks like we got another rune too. I wasn't paying attention. A second boom, boom, boom. Power kind of mediocre there. Thanks for subscribing there, Joey. I do appreciate it a ton. Anyway, all this coffee talk. When we get back, I want to check the... Guardian DPS. So let's just check it real quick now. She's doing way less DPS with a prop cat. Alright, yeah. And I mean, this isn't even an incredible giraffe. But check her out with the giraffe. Is it reset? Yep, it's reset. Something's not right here. I think it's because I just left a group. So we're going to have the bug. No, it's not there. The damage out doesn't seem correct, though. Yeah, something seems weird. Anyway, y'all, needs caffeine badly. So I'm going to go brew up a coffee real quick. Give me just a couple minutes, and we'll be right back. Alright, I am back. Sorry about that, y'all. So sorry, so sorry. Let's do a couple more kitty runs. See if we can't get that dang cat. I wonder if it's worth factoring in your right-click in on this. Doesn't seem like the damage output is worth it. I don't know. If it put a debuff on enemies or something, I think it might be worth. But it doesn't feel like it does. Let's grab, who was I leveling? I don't even remember. I was leveling PDTs. Throw those back in. Let's do one more rotation here. Oh, anyway, somebody was asking about matches. Let's look at that real quick. Yeah, see, this is what the browser looks like for me. Who was it that said they never see matches? This is right now live. All tiers, mediums, insane, a bunch of nightmares, massacres. Are you sure you're playing online, Cerberus? Oh, on Xbox? Could be. Could be on Xbox. Or you're on Steam? You're not hacker flagged, are you? Try to join, try to join one of your friends and make sure you don't have that hacker flag for some reason. Because if you're hacker flagged, it won't show the games. I mean, I don't know that that's what it is. You have to talk to Chromatic to get rid of it. But there has been issues where people have gotten it before that shouldn't have gotten it. But the easiest way to check is to join. I mean, you can try to join me. And it will pop up on my screen and say, Sir Haxalot is attempting to join your game. Do you wish to allow them? And then if I click yes, then it turns the hacker flag on for me. Is the easiest way to check it. Well, I mean, it could be something else. It could be some kind of regional connection issue, you know? That was just a guess. Oh, crap. Forgot to... Oh, I don't have them in the deck anymore. I'd rather take the levels. So we won't worry about the boost. I've had some frame drops using certain defenses. You can drop a boost. Yeah, might as well, huh? Oops, wrong button. Oh, really? That's just it's going to be just a machine issue. I would say turn the graphics settings way down. If you're running it that low, that's not going to be any fun, right? I mean, I run pretty much everything at 144 frames per second. It's almost always capped out Certain times, like if I'm using like the new Zephyr pet and like some LTs or something with like a lot of visual stuff going on, it will drop down. Well, see, that's the thing, is the game is very CPU intensive. So having like a 2070 should just melt it. You know, but the game it has to be designed to take full advantage of your graphics card. And the game is very CPU intensive. So it could be that, you know. I mean, a 2070 should be more than enough to run this game. Kind of enemies. See the little babies. That stacks too, so if it pops up again, you can notice the orcs are smaller. The sharkid, look at that little baby sharkid. He's just a little fella. Ew. There's a supreme pair of miner gloves right there. I see you. I see you. They must be shitty because they're not showing up on my loot filter at all. Let me go look at those. They must be really crap. Huh. 495 ups. They should be picking up. Oh, they're not fusion. That's what it was. Yeah. They're not fused. Hitting 110 on some of your builders. Nice, Crew Heals. It's a grind, man. It is a grind. I did overnight survival runs. That's how I got so many. I got a Logitech G910 keyboard, and I programmed it to hit tower boost and to hit G. And I let it run all night. That's how I got mine. You can also use auto hotkey script. Still no overdrive, but you're working on it slowly but surely. That's fair. Phil said that as long as you're only using it to hit G and you're not using it to try to automate building or whatever, he doesn't care. I think its auto hotkey is against Steam's terms of service, and it's probably against the Dungeon Defender's terms of service. But when the guy in charge says as long as you're just using it to hit G, then he won't. You know, he doesn't mind. He also said he doesn't mind if you use a legit alt account. So if you buy the game on another platform, he doesn't care if you use it. See that? If that thing on the survey passes, it brings up a curious question. And that is, do you need fusion armor? I guess fusion armor is giving you... It's giving you the fusion element for free on a defense. But I'm wondering if you're going to want to mix and match. Like use non-fusion sets and then put the gem or whatever they end up calling it, that sockets a fusion defense in. Very curious to see if that system happens, how it's going to work out. Oops, wrong button. Well, it would be better, but what if it's Like, say, a warden's a bad example. A monk's a bad example. What if it's a squire? Where all you really care about is the harpoons. And, you know, say you wanted the harpoons and a slice and dice. Now, if you're going to play the character actively, you would want a fusion armor set to get the fusion armor stat. That way you stay alive more. Well, that's the thing, is regular armor will have the same slots. The slots aren't based off of it being a fusion piece of armor. The slots would be based off of the rarity. Like a godly piece would have 2 slots, a supreme piece would have 3 slots, and so on. And then, like, the early stuff would probably only have 1. So fusion doesn't... The fusion armor doesn't matter. But isn't it 10% higher set bonus for non-fused stuff? Or is that not the case anymore? Well, that's the thing. You'd be using a slot, but it might be considerably more damage. If, like, a non-fusion set is a 40% stat increase, and then a fusion set is only a 30% stat increase, you'd be getting 10% more stats off of a non-fusion set. I mean, I think it would be very situational, but it may end up being best in slot. 10% overall stats is going to be greater than any one gem socket. Unless, I mean, the only thing it wouldn't be greater than, I think, is if you had the percent damage in it. Well, I mean, we can look at a piece right now and see. Or I guess we can't look at it really until it's in the bag. Here, I'll pick this piece up and we'll look at it. I thought it was 40% and 30%, but I may be mistaken there because I haven't looked at any non-fusion gear in so long. I mean, if that's the case, then he's also... Let's see. No, it's only 20%. And the fusion is 30. So, alright, so it's not as good. Or wait a minute, that's inspired... That's inspired defense. That's the wrong set. Let me see. Where is, Let me find a better piece. That's an Ancient Authority piece. Perfect. Yeah, 40%. If you take one of the base sets, an Ancient Authority set is a 40% stat increase, where a fusion set is only 30%. So it'd be 10% higher overall stats, and you would have to sacrifice one of your gem slots. Oh, is that minus 10 DU been going for a minute? That should be pretty easy. We can just go... Here, we'll just get rid of 2 of them. I mean, you would only want to do it on a builder only. You wouldn't want to do it on a non-builder, because you'd want the fusion armor on any DPS hero. So if it's a hero that you're like doing a hybrid build on and you're building and using that hero actively, like this one, for example, where it's my DPS Squire and it's my Harpoons, I would always want a fusion armor set on because it's giving me the fusion armor stat and helping me stay alive, you know? But if it was a builder only, it could be pretty dang good. And that would, like I said, if it works out that way, that would also solve the problem of non-fusion gear being worthless. You'd want to set your loot filter and start picking up fusion gear again, you know, or non-fusion gear. Pardon me. It could be good. Could be good. It's not very good. Aura of Pain is not. Like on a monk, there's only one answer in my opinion. I guess there's two. You can use Inspired or you can use Etherean. I personally use Etherean. Nothing better than spinning, though. Nothing better than spinning. Oh, it'll take a long while. That, and it doesn't, just because it passes the survey doesn't mean anything either. It's going to take time to develop. You know, if that's the system that it goes with, the easiest thing to do, I think, would be to just plug in the additional set pieces. It will definitely take some time. I mean, how much time, I don't know, but it's very low on the roadmap. I would guess it would probably be a year. And there would be other updates that come before that system. Where, I mean, it's arguable if that's the system you're going to go with, you should prioritize getting that done. Never ever run behind the defenses. We still managed. The Demon Lord goes up in the air. Do not go to your defenses. Whatever you do. Nothing. That was a teaser. That mythical rune. Bummer. Got a trashy, man, good rolls too, but trashy passives. Got a bummer sword too. Good lord. Alright, let's do one more. Just one more. I got my wife tapping her watch. So we'll probably have to make this one the last one. I'm going taking the wife and mother-in-law to a little wine tasting tonight. And I am going to drink all the free samples I can get. Let me tell you. You got to pay to get into those things, so you need to take advantage of them free samples. All right. Maybe we can't get a little better luck this time. Well, Arcanist, that system gets put in. Arcanist is no longer in the game. Arcanist becomes a gem, not an armor. And he said that the current Arcanist helms you had would be re-rolled to a higher quality version of the set that they have equipped with an Arcanist gem. So, like, for example, if you had an Arcanist with, say, a primitive set, then you'd get that helmet would re-roll to a primitive helmet with semi-comparable stats, and you would get a free primitive Arcanist gem, or a free slot 5 gem. So Arcanist armor would no longer be a thing. Well, no, if they put all the armor in, what they plan on doing is you can only have one equipped. So if they go through and put all the different armor pieces in, then he'll make it so you can only have, one slot. So you'd be able to pick, but you'd still only be able to do 2. That, and you'd always want to use one base set. Because remember, Arcanist armor fills a set bonus. It doesn't have a set bonus by itself. So if you had all Arcanist gear on, you would not get that 30% increased stats. You see what I'm saying? Because that comes from the minor set or the militia set or whatever you're using. So all Arcanist gear, you lose that. That Empowering Friendship rune is a nice one. It's one on the list. One on the list. We got some fused primitive sappers. Those are supreme. I got the Godly Siren rune really quick. It just depends on the difficulty. Like, we went right to Dune Eater as soon as the update hit, and it was the first Godly rune I got. So, I mean, I got it super, super fast. But it's RNG, You gotta be doing Dune Eater difficulty to have the highest chance of getting them. And then it's just RNG from there. Oh no, you got it fast on the test server? See, I didn't have a good one on the test server. I got crap. I was using like a 4 of 8 on the test server, and it still worked. That's the thing with the Siren Rune, is the bubble does get bigger, but it's very usable, even just at 1 of 8 quality, you know? Come on, give us some shinies. There's a Supreme Offhand or Accessory over there on the ground. Once you get the Overdrive Rune, do the keep now. If you don't have Lycan King difficulty, you're nerfing your chances of getting it. Just go do the keep now. Blossoms are awesome. There's a lot of good defenses on the keep now. The Owls work great, Harpoons work great, the PDS works great, Blossoms and Sludge Launchers work great. It all works really good. I'm doing good, Dan. 1 health is always a bad thing. That is for certain. Yeah, Harpoons, you can set them to air targeting. They prioritize the copters. They melt the keep. Kind of a arguable topic, but in my opinion, I think Harpoons are one of the best defenses to use in the keep right now. Let me switch over to Mr. Squire. Owls do so good, don't they? They do so well on that map. The Owls are crazy strong. I think people are underestimating them because they don't have the pizzazz that like the Wisps have, jetting around the map at lightning speed and everything else, you know? You don't want to sleep on those Owls, though. They are good stuff. It's a fire dot. It adds a fire dot, so it's just raw damage increase. I can show you all the difference. It's pretty significant. Yeah, they're what is that? Is that lateral? Yeah, the lateral movement of them is a little suspect. Fireball towers are usable. It's not the best thing, but everything is usable. I mean, shit, we got mushroom builds in the keep now, y'all. Aramir cleared it with mushrooms, and I cleared it with mushrooms. In fact, Cakepone owes me a... what does he owe me? A Mischief Maker in DD1. Because he bet me I couldn't do it. Where my Mischief Maker cake? Gimme, gimme. Another godly rune. That's 6 godly runes today, y'all. Not including anything else that might be in my inventory that I missed. I just happened to see that one. 6 godly runes and 3 hours of mixed mode. Yeah, it looks like we're full yellow barring him every time now. I don't even think the hero matters. Alright, come on. God, RNG hates me in this game. If I did a 3-hour Path of Exile stream, I would have found like 4 awesome things. I don't know why Dungeon Defenders games hate me so bad with the RNG, man. Just absolutely hate me. Hates all of us? Yeah, I mean, that's true. That's true. It does indeed hate all of us. Alright, y'all. I'm going to have to jet on that note. Like I said, we're going out with the fam for a little dinner and festivities this evening. Yeah, I trashed 2 of them, so that's 6 godly runes this stream. One of them really good. I mean, that Entangling Roots rune is like just meta. Oh, nice, Zilla. That's awesome. Anyway, y'all, that is going to get it for me for today. Tomorrow, I'm not going to be live as I got to do real life mode. Out on the tractor. Mowing down the fields. Oof. That time of year has arrived. But I will be back Tuesday. Looking forward to playing, having some fun. Well, all armor is tower stats. All weapons, offhands, and pets are DPS stats. So, like, this is a bad example, but let's look at somebody that's a better example. You know, like here, power, range, and rate. As main stats, that's the 3 things I'm looking for. And then I got power, range, and rate as passive, so it's just extra gravy on top. Yeah, armor is only tower stats in DDA. Every piece of armor is just tower stats. It used to be like DD1, but they changed it. Mixed emotions from the community on that. In fact, that pin up above is a survey Chromatics got out right now, and that's one of the questions they ask on there, is how people are feeling about the hybrid system. So if you would rather have DD1 style stats, make sure to go to that survey and cast your vote. Pardon me. So any of y'all that haven't done the survey, make sure you do the survey. Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. And it, like I said, it used to be like that, like DD1 stat systems. but they changed it a while back. But anyway, y'all, that is going to get it for me for today. So thank you all so much for hanging out. Be back live on Tuesday, and I'll have some videos up on the YouTube channel tomorrow, but I won't be live again until Tuesday. So thanks a ton, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and I will see you all later. Take it easy, y'all.